So if the GDP grows at 7%, copper will grow at 14%.
Please welcome Mr. Devendra Surana, a business leader, industry pioneer, and the man behind one of India's fastest growing copper companies.
मेरे हिसाब से Indian scrap industry has to grow 28 to 30% for our AI, green energy and EV. By 2032 to 35, there is going to be a very severe shortage of copper in the world. Estimate ये है कि दुनिया का 10 से 12% copper requirement will go only for powering AI. This bus bar also goes for the AI data center.
Your revenue year over year grew by 61%, EBITDA 218% and PAT 402%, and your stock went up by 285% in 1 year. So क्या चल रहा है सर?
But I know what goes into this recycling business, especially when we are looking at cable and other things. A lot of people have tried to get into it and very few people are successful because it's not a very easy business.
Adani Group and Hindalco Group are also entering into this space. So does it scare you?
See, while we have targeted 5,000 crores in over 3 years, it looks like very, very easy now.
So companies को margin compression हो रहा है. They are moving away from copper. So how do you see it? Industry किस rate से grow कर रही है? Copper or gold, which is the best investment for next 10 years? Pyramid and Bhagyanagar India Limited. So दोनों का market cap कितना रहेगा? कितना value होगा approx that you are expecting as a founder?
As a founder, I am expecting.
Welcome Devendra ji to the podcast. We are doing this podcast at a very exciting times when copper is being called the new gold. And if you look at semiconductor, AI, and green energy, electric vehicle, all these are the very booming sector and all of them run on the copper. And you are building a copper business in Hyderabad for the last 40 years quietly. Even when ये भी जो fashionable भी नहीं थे, तब से you are doing this business. So honestly, these are the best time to discuss about your business. So let's start from the very beginning. What does your company do?
So our company started making copper commodities way back in 1982. Then I finished my MBA from IIM Bangalore and I joined the business. And my thought process was कि खाली commodity बनाने से काम नहीं चलेगा. तो हमने first 15-20 years हर commodity का क्या product बन सकता है, क्या value addition हम कर सकते हैं. तो copper rod से हमने strip बनाया, फिर auto component बनाया, bus bar बनाया और ऐसे कई products बनाना शुरू किए in the first 15 to 20 years of our life. And thereafter, we thought that just making finished products is not going to be profitable enough. Then we got into recycling.
When you got into recycling?
We got into recycling way back in 2012. But the big flip came when China actually banned all imports of copper scraps into China in 2016.
Okay.
And that created a huge vacuum around the world because there was no recycling facilities anywhere other than China. And that opened up the avenue for us and we could scale up very fast because of that.
Okay. So currently what is your revenue stream and each vertical का कितना percentage है in the overall revenue pie?
तो हमारे पास कम से कम 15 या 20 प्रोडक्ट्स है कॉपर के
Okay.
जो हर एक डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स में जाते हैं. बट इसको अगर मोटा मोटी हम बोले तो 40% कमोडिटीज हो जाता है जिसमें इनगॉट और रॉड हो गया.
Okay.
और 60% वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स हो गए. 60% वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स में हमारे अराउंड 30 to 35% इज बस बार्स. बस बार्स के अंदर हम लोग कई प्रकार के बस बार्स बनाते हैं. हमारे पास 10 मशीन्स है, अलग अलग साइजेस, अलग अलग टाइप के बस बार बनाने के लिए. और फिर उसके बाद आ गया ऑटो कंपोनेंट, स्विच गियर एंड सोलार.
Okay.
So this component gives us about 15% of our revenue.
Okay.
And the balance 10% comes from transformers, motors and their windings.
Okay. And इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा margin accretive कौन सा business है?
सबसे ज़्यादा margin auto components and switch gear में है.
Okay. And अभी like you source copper का scrap.
Correct.
From India.
We used to source majorly from India, but like I said in 2016, until 2016 we were sourcing scrap only from India.
Okay.
And after 2016 we found that there is a big scope of getting scrap from all over the world.
Okay.
So throughout the world, there was a huge amount of cables available. Cables which were from households, which were from telecom, which were wasted outside, and people didn't have facilities to reprocess them. It was all 90% of that reprocessing was being done in China. And in China, people were burning part of this cables and creating a lot of pollution. So China banned the imports. But there was also technology to reprocess these cables in such a way that we can take out the plastic separately, copper separately, not only get the recycled copper for our use, but also recycle the plastic in an environmentally friendly way, all the way to molded components.
Okay.
So we do all that.
So right now, from which countries are you sourcing your raw material?
Our maximum in terms of percentages is coming from US,
US.
and the second highest is South America. Third will be from Europe.
So आपको सस्ता raw material मिलता है the scrap from these countries than India.
सस्ता तो मतलब ये कमोडिटी है तो सस्ता और महंगा ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं होता है, बट अवेलेबिलिटी वो कंट्रीज में ज़्यादा है.
Okay.
It is more about availability than the price.
So from there you buy from the government या local जो scrap dealers होते हैं?
Mainly scrap dealers, scrap aggregators, yards.
Okay. So आपने scrap आया आपके पास and then आप उसको process करते हो, आपके पास खुद की facilities हैं to recycle
हमारे
it.
पास एक 60 एकड़ का बहुत बड़ा facility है, one of the biggest facilities in the world where we do the scrap processing.
Okay. And then after that क्या करते हो? Process क्या होता है? Let's starting from आप can you show your products जहाँ पे scrap क्या है, then क्या product बना, then value added क्या product है, entire value chain.
Okay. So जो इंडिया से स्क्रैप आता है या जो इजी वाला स्क्रैप है, ये इजी वाला स्क्रैप है, ये सीधा भट्टी के अंदर चले जाता है.
ठीक है.
तो बट जो मेन आजकल काम होता है, केबल स्क्रैप आता है, वो ऐसे रहता है. केबल स्क्रैप में प्लास्टिक और एल्यूमिनियम और दूसरे काफी आइटम्स भी साथ में आते हैं. तो हम लोग ये स्क्रैप लेते हैं. आजकल तो ज्यादा केबल स्क्रैप ही आता है. तो ये केबल स्क्रैप को हम लोग सबसे पहले तो जो मैन्युअली सेग्रीगेट हो सकता है वो मैन्युअली सेग्रीगेट करते हैं. मैन्युअली सेग्रीगेट करने में एडवांटेज ये होता है कि हमारे को जो प्लास्टिक मिलता है वो मच बेटर क्वालिटी का मिलता है, एंड वी कैन प्रोसेस इट इन अ मच हायर वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट, द प्लास्टिक.
So that is also a different revenue stream.
That is a very big revenue stream.
Okay.
Then whatever cannot be processed manually, we have very big choppers.
Okay.
तो ये चॉपिंग मशीन्स में ये कॉपर का स्क्रैप जो है वो चॉप हो जाता है और उसको हम फिर सेग्रीगेट कर देते हैं कॉपर में और प्लास्टिक में बाय ग्रेविटी.
Okay.
And the copper is then used for our products, and the plastic is again depending on the type of plastic we try to reprocess it. और जो बिल्कुल reprocess नहीं हो सकता है प्लास्टिक स्क्रैप will go to cement industries as fuel.
Okay. So आपने scrap source करा, then उसको recycle करा. You have copper as well as plastic.
Yes.
So plastic is a byproduct. उसको आप अलग sell करते हो. Majorly is a copper.
Correct.
Then from that,
हाँ.
what you manufacture?
Like I said in the earlier segment, we make various components. We have about 15 or 20 components. The biggest component is copper bus bar.
Okay.
A copper bus bar comes like this, and this is used for panels, for electrical, for earthing, for various reasons.
Okay.
And nowadays, what is very hot is this bus bar also goes for the AI data centers. Because AI data centers require a lot of copper and they require a lot of bus bars. In the AI data centers, the customers ask us to either coat with tin or silver. This is a silver coated bus bars,
Okay.
which is exported to US
What
for
is the
high
business
end
of
data
it?
centers.
High end data centers.
Yes.
And the massive demand आ रहा है data centers का. So that's why आपको भी on ground you're feeling that demand बहुत ज़्यादा है.
Demand बहुत ज़्यादा है.
Okay.
This is one part of it. And then we have auto electricals, and that auto electricals is something like this. I will show it to you. So this is an auto electricals. If you see a car starter, car starter के अंदर ये जाता है, and this acts as a field coil of the motor.
Okay.
And when you switch on the car, this is used.
Okay.
And this material goes to every small and big car in the country. In fact, for some customers like Hyundai, we are a 100% source. तो हमारे फैक्ट्री से ये एक पार्ट जाएगा तो Hyundai से एक गाड़ी निकलेगी.
So you directly sell to Hyundai?
No, this we sell it through intermediary, B2B intermediary, Lucas TVS. So we sell it to Lucas TVS sells it to
Okay.
Hyundai.
And what is the margin percentage across all the parts, जो the revenue streams जो आपके हैं?
Margins for each of the value added product is different.
Okay, roughly एक range bound you can say.
हाँ, तो हमारा ओवरऑल मार्जिन 5% रहता है.
Okay.
उसमें कमोडिटी में करीब 2 से 3% होता है और वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स में करीब 5 से 12% तक रहता है.
5 से 12%, but blended 5% is
5% is our blended EBITDA margin across commodities and finished goods.
And you said your value-added products is 60% approx.
60%.
60%. So why is not 80, 90, 100? क्या रोक रहा है? What is stopping you?
So value added products are basically made to order for customers.
Okay.
So if you see the bus bar, each order, each size is different, and this is a totally customer driven product. We cannot make something and then sell it. Only when the customer gives us an order, we have to make as per his size. So based on our marketing, based on the customer demand, we have to make this product.
Okay. What are your 2-year, 3-year down the line, 2-year, 3-year down the line plans to increase the value-added product share?
So right now we are at 60%.
Okay.
We want to increase both the commodities as well as the value-added products.
Okay.
So one of the reasons why we do make the commodities, especially the ingot, the material which is of not very good quality. Material. So when we buy cable scrap, we get all types of scraps. So the good quality scrap, we can make good quality materials and more value added products. But there will always be some material which cannot be processed into very high value added products.
Right.
So that we convert it into ingot and then we make those ingots and sell it to China or some other place.
Okay.
So we want to continue both. To answer your question, from 40%, we are targeting to go to about 68. Every year go up by about 2 percentage points in our value added terms because we are growing both the streams.
Okay. Then overall your margins are 5%, and if you will increase the VAP, value added products, so overall margin should also be increasing.
So the margins we keep trying to increase, and I'm sure in this quarter we might be slightly over 5%. But always there will be competitive pressures and there will be other pressures. So we expect that the margins to remain at around 5.1% for the coming future.
Okay. And there are reports that Gulf countries में जो war चल रहा है, so because of that, sourcing the raw material is becoming an issue for many companies.
Especially in the first quarter, since March, there has been a sudden slowdown. One, Gulf is a very big source of copper scrap into the country, and that entire source has dried down. In addition to that, all the material which comes from even say US and other places, lot of transshipment used to happen in Gulf, in Dubai. Because of Dubai not being very effective, the transshipment happened other places. So those shipments got delayed.
Okay.
So there was a sudden sort of a little bit of a shortage. But for companies like us, even that was an opportunity because when that happens, our margins go up.
Okay. And right now your clients are mostly in India, right? Majority
is in India. We do export to.
What is the percentage?
So total about 10% is export.
Okay.
Out of which 8% is commodity, 2% will be value added products.
Okay. And if you look at your peers, there are many peers like Pondy Oxide, Jain Resources, they are also into the same business. And वो भी value added products में enter कर रहे हैं in copper क्योंकि margins अच्छे हैं. So how do you see it? What आपको क्या define like you, how are you protecting your company or margins or industry from them?
So you took two names. Both of them are in copper recycling mainly, and we do that as well. The only difference is we have been doing value-added products before we started doing scrap. And we have a much wider range of value-added products than anybody else, not only in the country, but anywhere in the world.
Okay.
The range of products which we have is unique in the world. We might not have the volume or scale which other people have, but the range is definitely the highest.
Okay. And उनके margins are slightly higher than yours. If you look at 6, 7, 8% के margins हैं, so your margins are around 5%. Why there's a difference?
So I can only talk about my margins, and I know that we keep trying to push this 5% slightly higher, and I know it is difficult. The other people are not fully comparable because they're also doing lead and other things which we don't do. So I wouldn't be able to comment on that.
Okay. Adani Group and Hindalco Group are also entering into this space. वो भी अपना recycling plant set up कर रहे हैं, and ideally they have unlimited money. इतना बड़ा base है. So does it scare you?
So see, while I know that they are looking at it, but I know what goes into this recycling business, especially when we are looking at cable and other things. So if you look at the plain copper recycling, obviously they will be at a big advantage. If I just take the paper copper scrap, but once it is cable scrap, there is so much intricacies that a lot of people have tried to get into it, and very few people like Jane, Pondi, and us are successful. For every successful person who's tried cable recycling, 2 or 3 have fallen by the wayside.
Okay.
Because it's not a very easy business to do, and it requires more than just strength in terms of money and otherwise to do it.
But they can hire the best talent because of the money that they're having, and they have better sourcing capabilities. So आपको because sourcing अगर वो भी करेंगे तो sourcing में भी आपको problem आ सकता है.
So sourcing, good advantages. We have got a big headway over the other people, and over the last 10 years, we have made very, very good relationship with all major scrap suppliers across the world.
Okay.
And scrap business is done a lot on trust, a lot on transparency, and we have built up that reputation with all the suppliers.
Okay.
And somebody might have size and scale, but then the flexibility is not there.
Okay.
Or how to deal with smaller yards, they might not find it so easy.
Okay.
And there is scope for everybody. The Indian demand is growing so fast. There is scope for so much more copper to come into the country from all sources.
Industry किस rate से grow कर रही है of this copper recycling in India as well as in world?
So let me put it in this way. Copper will typically grow, my estimate is exactly double of the GDP of the country.
Okay.
So if the GDP grows at 7%, copper will grow at 14%.
Okay.
And if copper is growing at 14% because of the shortage of mines and the bare copper in the world, the scrap production will grow almost double of that.
28% or 30%.
हाँ, मेरे हिसाब से Indian scrap industry has to grow minimum at 28 to 30% for us to ensure that India can get enough copper for our AI, green energy and EV. You mentioned about AI, green energy and EV. Let me put it this way. Why are they requiring more copper? Every kilowatt of energy made out of green energy requires about 3 times the copper that normal energy generation by coal or by thermal process. Similar is the situation with EV. अगर एक ऑर्डिनरी गाड़ी में 10 किलो माल लगता है तो इसमें 30 किलो लगेगा.
Okay.
आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एन एस्टिमेट. 3 टाइम लगेगा, 3 गुना लगेगा. तो एंड AI is predicted, it uses so much power that because of AI US में पावर के प्राइसेस बढ़ जा रहे हैं.
Right.
और जहां पर भी पावर जनरेट होगा या ट्रांसमिट होगा वहां पर कॉपर लगेगा. तो एस्टिमेट ये है कि दुनिया का 10 से 12% कॉपर रिक्वायरमेंट विल गो ओनली फॉर पावरिंग AI, right from generation to the data centers.
Okay.
So these 3 things will really grow the demand for copper in the next few years, and there is a prediction that by 2032 to 35 there is going to be a very severe shortage of copper in the world.
Similar is the story with silver as well, because वो भी in industries में use होता है. So my question is, let's say if I am a battery manufacturer, or let's say any manufacturer of a battery cell which is used in the supply chain, ठीक है. So copper is my raw material. If the copper price increase होता है तो मेरा raw material महंगा हो रहा है, and अभी कंज्यूमर की हालत इतनी स्ट्रांग नहीं है. इफ यू लुक एट द ग्रोथ एंड ऑल, सो कंपनीज को मार्जिन कंप्रेशन हो रहा है. सो इफ द कॉपर प्राइस एक्सप्लोड होता है, एंड इफ यू लुक एट द कॉन कॉल ऑफ पॉलीकैब, केईआई, दे आर मूविंग अवे फ्रॉम कॉपर, एल्यूमिनियम की तरफ जा रहे हैं, बिकॉज कॉपर इज बिकमिंग अनवाइबल. सो हाउ डू यू सी इट?
So copper is going to go up. Aluminum is also going to go up. There will be some demand substitution from copper to aluminum, but in India this has started much earlier.
Okay.
So wherever the substitution could happen has already happened in a big way. Still it is happening, and still it will continue to happen. But the growth of copper is so much more And in a lot of places, the demand of copper is inelastic. मतलब कॉपर का प्राइस 10 रुपये हो या 20 रुपया हो, उसको अगर 4 किलो लेना है तो उसको 4 किलो लेना है.
बट क्वेश्चन इज, लेट्स से ईवी मैन्युफैक्चर है, अब मेरी कार अभी 10 लाख की कॉस्ट कर रही है, एक लेट से मारुति की एग्जांपल, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द कॉपर प्राइस हाइक द सेम कॉस्ट इज कॉस्टिंग मी 12 lakh. Okay, then I would prefer, a consumer would prefer a petrol car over the EV car. So final product का price is something जो copper के price को बढ़ने preference नहीं देती. Industrials भी ये prefer करते हैं.
तो वही तो बात है ना. अब 10 लाख की गाड़ी में कॉपर का प्राइस 10 से 12 लाख नहीं करेगा. 10 लाख से 10 लाख 20 हजार या 10 लाख 25 हजार करेगा. तो उसमें द कार मैन्युफैक्चरर विल नॉट लाइक टू रिड्यूस द reliability of the car by using aluminum. Aluminum का प्रॉब्लम यही है कि उसके joints unreliable होते हैं.
Okay.
While the दो चीज़ होते हैं एल्यूमिनियम में एक बार अगर आप एल्यूमिनियम यूज करेंगे तो एक तो साइज बढ़ेगा जो कार या वैसी चीज़ों में तकलीफ देगा. हाँ, ग्रीन एनर्जी में इतनी तकलीफ नहीं देगा बिकॉज केबल छोटा हो या बड़ा हो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा इन अ फील्ड वेयर ग्रीन एनर्जी इज जनरेटेड. बट इन अ कार अ स्मॉल केबल विल बी रिक्वायर्ड बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव दैट मच साइज.
Okay.
And plus, biggest problem with aluminum is that the joints of the aluminum are not as reliable as the joints of the copper.
Okay. So copper demand would be there.
The copper demand will be there. There will be some amount of substitution, but the demand growth which is being predicted because of these three things is much more than the substitution which can happen or demand destruction which can happen.
And you're focusing on exports more because in US, if you'll see, massive AI data center rally is going on, and you would be getting higher margins over there than in India. So you're focusing more on exports or not?
Not really. In terms of my finished goods, I'm not looking at. See, our Indian demand is so high. इंडिया में इतनी ज़्यादा खपत है और इंडिया की ग्रोथ इतनी ज़्यादा है. आज मैं हर रोज़ देखते हैं हम पर कैपिटा कंजम्पशन ऑफ पावर, पर कैपिटा कंजम्पशन ऑफ कॉपर इतना छोटा है कि इंडिया का ग्रोथ विल बी मच मोर देन say US or other places where they are already consuming so much more. Having said that, I am looking at export markets and export of my finished goods will still be less than 5% even 5 years from now.
Okay. India would be a major market.
India will always be my major market.
And also sourcing side se bhi you have plans ki sourcing side se bhi India should be a major market.
Sourcing, we are depending more on the international market because India में उतना ज़्यादा cables मिलेगा नहीं.
Okay.
So sourcing will continue to be international. Our domestic sourcing is roughly about 25%, 75% is international.
Okay. And you have plans to enter into lead, aluminum recycling? Yeah, only copper is something you're looking at?
My focus is only on copper recycling and copper value-added products. But because when we get copper in the form of cable, we get a lot of plastics.
Okay.
So we are doing a lot of work on plastic recycling. क्यों? ताकि मेरे को जो प्लास्टिक से पैसा आएगा वो 2 times, 3 times, 5 times हो सकता है if I do the recycling.
Okay.
But I'm not planning to buy scrap plastic. Only plastic which is generated in the factory I want to recycle.
It's a high margin business compared to your normal.
It will be whatever I increase value, raw material का cost almost zero है. जो बन गया उसका वो पैसा मिलेगा. So that is what we are looking at, and we are looking at cable के साथ lot of aluminum also comes. So if the aluminum also I can increase a little more value rather than selling it as scrap. Aluminum prices are also going through the roof.
Right.
So that is what I am going to spend a little more time. Lead we are not planning to get into.
So let's deep dive into the financials. Q4 FY26, I have the numbers. Blockbuster quarter tha. Your revenue year over year grew by 61%, EBITDA 218%, and PAT 402%. Massive numbers. And for the first time, you crossed 2,000 crore revenue and 100 crore EBITDA and 50 crore PAT. And your stock went up by 285% in 1 year. So, क्या चल रहा है सर? Is it the sustainable number or is it something one-time bump आया?
Growth is sustainable. Growth is very, very sustainable. We have targeted 5,000 crores in over 3 years.
Okay.
And it looks like very, very easy now. Doubling the growth in 3 years looking very easy right now. And growth in PAT, EBITDA and turnover is very, very sustainable. Yes, I will not reach those percentages, But I'm sure that we are going to be in very, very good.
What was the reason for so much spurt in 1 year?
So we had a lot of tailwinds happening.
Okay.
Copper prices went up.
Mhm.
So in the last quarter, there was a good contribution from the copper price as well in terms of the revenue going up.
Okay.
Not in terms of the profitability, but in terms of the revenue going up. Then there was a lot of retail frenzy for copper purchases, and the copper bars which were being sold in the country were made out of bus bars which we made. So that created a lot of buzz.
Okay.
And I already told you about the story of AI, green energy, and EV. So that continues. So there is that retail frenzy which was there, which is one time in February for about 20 days. But in addition to that, everything else is quite sustainable.
Okay. In FY25, FY26, you have a very high base. So how the FY27 would look like, because year over year, high base already here.
So we are still looking at least 30 to 35 terms of revenue growth
In FY27.
in FY27.
Okay. And in 3 years,
In 3 years, we are planning to reach 5,000 crore.
that is 25-26% CAGR.
Yes, easily.
And in that, what would be the volume and value growth?
So we are looking at roughly about 15% volume growth.
Okay.
And this particular year, we are getting more than 25% just value because of price increase.
Okay.
Going forward, we are not assuming any price increases and we are not assuming any price decreases. But this year, we are already assuming about 25% price increase because we have already seen it.
Okay. So for the next, like for FY27, you're assuming price increase or not?
For FY27, I'm assuming average price realization of 25% increase over FY26 and 15% volume growth.
Or 15% volume growth. So do you have plans to increase it further for coming years?
And the future 2 years also, we are looking at 15% volume growth, which we feel is very, very reasonable, given that we don't even have to go to a single extra customer to get 15% growth. All our customers are predicting up to 100% growth over the next 2 years. So I don't even have to get a new customer. Today, I have a base of 500 OEM customers with whom we have a relation, with some for 30 years, with some for 20 years. But if you see the average relations over this 500 customers will be at least 10 years.
So you want to surprise the market, it seems, because you're under promising and over deliver. Can we say that?
So last year, I have been very, very hesitant to right up till December, and I did not predict what happened in March. So right now, I feel that I'm being realistic when I say that we get 5% EBITDA margin throughout, in spite of our increase of value-added products, in spite of our increase of realization from scrap. But I think that is a very reasonable assumption to have.
Okay. Your EBITDA per kg in Q4 was 62 per kg. And among your peers, it's highest. Your peers are having around 30-40 EBITDA per kg. So what different you are doing from them?
Like I said, we are the only people who are doing recycling as well as finished product. Whereas some of the peers which you look are doing only recycling, some of the peers are only doing finished product. The people who are doing recycling are saying we'll get into finished products. The people who are doing finished products are saying we'll get into recycling. We have the first mover advantage of being across the scale for a much longer time.
Okay. Because अभी वो 60% है VAP, यहाँ से every year 2-3% का बढ़ेगा. And margins पे भी hopefully कुछ impact आएगा.
Slight impact will be there on the margins.
Okay.
And we are basically assuming that this impact will definitely ensure any negative surprises from the market.
Okay. And what is your current capacity utilization?
Roughly about 70%. So our capacity is roughly 35,000 tons per metric tons.
Okay.
And we have done 25,000 last year.
25,000. And plans to increase the capacity?
So this year we are not planning any increase. But next year we are planning to increase from 35 to 45.
So for FY27, what would be the capacity utilization?
28,000 out of 35,000, so roughly about 80%.
80%. And then you are having a new plant.
Yes.
So what would be the funding source for it?
So we are looking at raising some equity shares on a preferential basis. We have given this mandate to Motilal Oswal to raise some money on shares from the market.
What would be the amount?
We are targeting 150 crores.
150 crore. So why only equity? Because equity raise करे तो new shareholder आएंगे and EPS dilute होता है and you have very good credit rating and also if you'll see जो interest rates हैं like slightly downward movement is starting. So why you are preferring equity over debt?
So copper is a very, very cash hungry business, and we want to keep some money ammunition alive for buying copper, for margin funding. So our material is hedged on the exchange. If suddenly the copper prices go up, there is a huge requirement of funds.
Okay.
So we always should have a lot of free funds available when we deal in a commodity like copper.
So what would be the use case? Only in the working capital or any other?
So out of the 50 crores, we are planning to use in capital expenditure this year and next year put together 45 crores.
45 crore, okay.
And 105 crores will go for long-term working capital.
Okay. Because your business is working capital hungry. जितना ज़्यादा grow करोगे. So what are your plans for future funding?
So we have done the modeling. This 150 crores which we raise should be enough for us until we reach a turnover of 5,000 crores.
So next 3 years, no funding
Next 3
requirement.
years, we won't require any funding once we have this.
Okay. And capacity utilization, जो new plant आ रहा है, would be sufficient enough
to reach 5,000 crores. So अभी तक तो हमारा 5,000 crores तक का जो road map है उसके लिए जरूरत नहीं रहेगी.
Okay. What if copper prices fell by 20 to 30% in a year? Hypothetically, आपके business पे क्या impact होगा?
तो हमारा business जो होता है margin is two components.
Okay.
One is refining margin, which is a percentage, and the finished goods margin, which is fixed per kg.
Okay.
जो refining margin percentage है वो थोड़ा सा dip होगा.
इसको let's take an example. अभी copper price let's say 1200 per kg है. उसको let's dissect. You are making 5% on it, right? Example के लिए. Correct. So how much is the impact जिस पे होगा and जिस पे नहीं होगा?
So roughly about 37 rupees per kg is percentage wise, that is 3%.
3%.
And the balance 25 rupees will be the fixed margin for the.
अच्छा, per kg 25 is fixed.
Yeah.
Out of 62 that you have done.
Correct.
And जो remaining 37 है वो basically percentage of the copper price.
Copper price.
So do you see at a risk अगर like buy any?
अगर 200 रुपया कम हो गया तो 3% कम हो गया, 6 रुपया किलो गिर जाएगा.
So margin impact हो सकता है.
हो सकता है. But in addition to that, I must tell you one thing. ये जो business होता है real business, अगर हम real business देखते हैं तो it doesn't work like an Excel sheet. तो जब copper prices में तेजी आती है तो there is a buoyancy in the market. तो हमारा मार्जिन भी थोड़ा एक्सपेंड होता है. और जब मंदी आती है तो मार्जिन भी थोड़ा सा गिरेगा. दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ बिजनेस. कभी भी तेजी आएगी तो मार्जिन भी बढ़ते हैं. तो हैविंग सेड दैट, अगर मंदी आएगी तो द डिफरेंस माइट नॉट बी जस्ट 6 रुपीज, इट माइट बिकम 8 और 10 रुपीज. और वैसे ही अगर तेजी आएगी तो हमारे को वो फायदा मिलेगा. एंड गिवन द प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ कॉपर प्राइसेस, तेजी के चांसेस ज्यादा है मंदी से. तो मार्जिन एक्सपेंशन के चांसेस आर मोर देन मार्जिन कॉन्ट्रैक्शन.
बट इट्स चांसेस बिकॉज
चांसेस, यस. सी, वी लिव इन अ रियल वर्ल्ड. रियल वर्ल्ड में प्राइसेस ऊपर भी होंगे, नीचे भी होंगे, मार्जिन्स के ऊपर प्रेशर भी रहेगा और अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी मिलेगी. तो एवरीथिंग इज ऑलवेज देयर. वी लुक एट द बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो एंड द वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो.
एंड आपके भी कितनी परसेंटेज ऑफ योर इन्वेंटरी इज हेज्ड?
वी आर अबाउट 85% hedged.
85%. And remaining 15% is because you want to take the advantage of the copper price.
So क्या होता है हमारा, say for example copper scrap हम खरीदते हैं. हमारी इन्वेंट्री इज बेसिकली कॉपर स्क्रैप एंड दैट वी बाय अप्रॉक्सीमेटली. हमारा कॉपर परचेजिंग प्राइस कैन वेरी फ्रॉम 88% to 95% ऑफ LME.
Okay.
एवरेज इज 93. तो 7% तो वहीं कम हो गया. तो my material is only 93% of LME against which we are hedging 85%.
Okay. Do you have plans to increase the hedging?
No, I think we are comfortable with this, and our hedging is also a little dynamic. So that 85 doesn't remain static at 85. कभी वो 87, 88 भी हो जाता है, कभी 80 तक भी आ जाता है.
Okay. So अभी के जो numbers है उसमें inventory gain भी हुआ होगा because of the copper price.
Marginal. Like I said, most of our inventory is hedged.
Okay. Sir, your NCLT hearing is on 9th June, which is few days from now. So what does it mean for the shareholder of your company? उनको क्या मिलेगा? What would be the share ratio?
So we are going through a demerger process, as you have mentioned. In the demerger, we are separating our real estate and wind energy portfolio into the existing company, and what will be separated out will be a new company by the name TerraMet, which will hold our copper portfolio.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you explain की structure क्या भी holding company and कौन सी subsidiaries है? Then we can proceed.
Okay. So we have basically Bhagyanagar India Limited.
That is
the main company which is listed right now.
okay. Bhagya.
उसके अंदर 100% holding of our copper company is there.
The name is
Bhagyanagar Copper Private Limited.
okay.
And then in addition to that, we have 3 land parcels. And we also have some wind energy, which is historically there for more than 15 years.
That is a running business?
That is a running business where we get a revenue stream of from wind generation in Karnataka.
Okay.
Now, this part of the business will remain with that, and the copper business will be demerged into a separate company by the name TerraMet Limited.
Okay.
And every shareholder of Bhagyanagar India will continue to hold a share of Bhagyanagar India, and they will get a new share of TerraMet Limited.
1:1.
1:1.
Okay. So अभी जो company listed है उससे 2 companies would be formed.
हाँ.
Okay. One is the copper and the windmill and real estate वाली.
हाँ.
Right. And अभी जो company listed है, in that कितना percentage is coming from the windmill business?
Hardly anything. It's about 3 to 4 crores.
Negligible है.
Negligible.
And जो land parcel है 3, उनका like कहाँ पे है, उनका utilization हो रहा है अभी?
अभी हमारे पास 3 लैंड पार्सल है.
Okay.
एक लैंड पार्सल में अपने पास कॉपर यूनिट अभी 2 लैंड पार्सल में चल रहा है. एक में 60 एकर्स में है और एक 4 एकर्स में है, विच इज इन द नेम ऑफ भाग्यनगर इंडिया.
Okay.
नाउ दिस भाग्यनगर इंडिया की जो लैंड पार्सल है इज इन द सिटी सेंटर हैदराबाद में.
Okay.
और 3 साल में टिपिकली बिकॉज ऑफ बीइंग इन द सिटी सेंटर वी विल बी फोर्स्ड टू शिफ्ट आउट.
गवर्नमेंट मैंडेट
3 साल में हम लोग ये शिफ्ट कर देंगे टू आवर 60 एकड़ फैसिलिटी.
Okay.
So until then, this land parcel will continue to hold the copper factory on a rental basis.
Okay.
एक लैंड पार्सल है एयरपोर्ट के पास,
Okay.
जहाँ पर अभी वैल्यू इतना ज़्यादा नहीं बढ़ा है, एंड वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग द वैल्यू टू गो अप ड्रामेटिकली, एंड वी हैव सम वेयरहाउसिंग एंड रेंटल यील्ड विच इज कमिंग फ्रॉम देयर, वेयर वी गेट रफली अबाउट 20 लाख रुपीज अ मंथ एज रेंटल यील्ड फ्रॉम देयर.
And size क्या है उस land का?
वो 4.75 एकर्स है.
That is something on your books. उसका आज क्या value है of that parcel?
On the books, that parcel should be, I think, roughly about less than 2 crores.
Okay. And the actual value that market में चल रहा है अभी?
Market value should be roughly about 60 crores. मतलब I cannot comment on it. It
Rough
could be
range.
40 to 80 crores.
But अभी वो 2 crore के आसपास books में valued होगा. So that is something you have planned to sell it in future.
We are just holding it for the time being, and once that area develops, we will see what is to be done there.
Okay. And जितने भी land parcel है would be coming in a new company.
No, that will remain in the old company. Only the copper will go in the
Okay.
new company.
Okay, got it. So we discussed about 2 companies, TerraMet and Bhagyanagar India Limited. So दोनों का market cap कितना रहेगा?
देखिए, बोलना तो मुश्किल है, बट मेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन ये है कि even after listing, TerraMet should maintain my current market cap of Bhagyanagar India.
वो अभी कितना है?
वो अभी roughly about 900 to 1000 crores.
ठीक है.
तो my new company should be fully that much. और जो real estate का market cap है, that should come to the old company.
उसका कितना वैल्यू होगा approx that you are expecting as a founder?
As a founder, I am expecting that it should be roughly about 150 to 200 crores.
Okay. So अभी 900 करोड़ की कंपनी है एंड 2 कंपनी जब बनेंगी तो अराउंड 1100 करोड़ का वैल्यू लॉकिंग होना चाहिए. दैट समथिंग मार्केट फोर्सेस क्या,
क्योंकि क्या होता है अभी जो एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनी में रियल एस्टेट का कोई वैल्यूएशन नहीं दे रहा है. जब खाली रियल एस्टेट की कंपनी रहेगा तो कुछ तो वैल्यूएशन मिलेगा. दे विल बी अ डिस्काउंट टू द मार्केट वैल्यू.
राइट.
आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग अ डिस्काउंट इन द रियल एस्टेट कंपनी. बट कॉपर का तो आज के दिन मेरा मार्केट कैप इज ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ प्योर कॉपर. सो देयरफॉर द सेम शुड कंटिन्यू इन द कॉपर कंपनी.
Right.
And real estate, even at a discounted value, should be reasonable.
Okay, because अभी उसमें बिजनेस नहीं है, रियल एस्टेट पे एक लैंड पार्सल है,
तो कुछ ना कुछ तो मार्केट वैल्यू मिलना ही चाहिए उसमें.
बट लेटर ऑन इफ यू प्लान टू सेल इट तो मार्केट वो एक्सपेक्ट करते कि आज की वैल्यू जो भी होगी
पूरी मिलेगी.
राइट.
बट in the stock market, I am expecting it to be discounted to the market value.
Okay.
But still, that will be about 150 to 200.
Okay. And what is the current return on equity?
Right now, last year we have closed at around 19%.
Okay.
And we see very good days ahead with all our things which we are doing. And we hope in Terramet that we will maintain about 25% return on equity.
सस्टेनेबल आरओई डिस्पाइट जो भी फंड रेज हो रहा है,
Yes.
बिकॉज फंड रेज की वजह से आरओई डाइल्यूट होगा, बट यू विल बी एबल टू मेक इट.
Maintain it. और हमारा जो रियल एस्टेट का भी जो डेड एसेट है इज ऑल्सो गेटिंग आउट.
राइट, उसकी वजह से सप्रेस हो रहे हैं.
हाँ, तो वो भी खत्म हो जाएगा.
Okay. And your peers are getting valued at a much higher valuation. If you look at the trailing 12 months PE of Pondi and Jan and even Gravita, वो 30-40 times पे ट्रेड कर रहे हैं. Your company is trading at 17 times PE. So
Correct.
ऐसा अंडर वैल्यूएशन क्यों है मार्केट में relative to your peers?
वो तो मार्केट को ही बताना चाहिए, लेकिन मेरे को जो समझ में आया लोगों से सुनते हुए कि until your market cap is 1,000 crores or maybe even 2,000 crores, mutual funds and others don't look at it and don't come into it. It's only when this big funds come into the market that you are truly valued.
Right. And अभी जो 150 करोड़ का फंड रेज है वो कब क्लोज होगा?
We are hoping to complete it in the next 2 months.
2 months. And any famous name that you want to add जो participate कर रहे हैं in that cap table?
No, I mean, until it is done, it is not done. But like I said, Motilal Oswal is managing it. Their prop book is also looking at it, and they will get a few more in.
But any initial commitment from any big name?
No, as of now, no.
Okay. And your specialized products में are you planning new products? Because of that थोड़ा और margin का push through and VAP में percentage बढ़े. Because let's say right now you are supplying rods to a battery maker and all. So they are using it in the final product. So if you focus any of the final product, then your margins would be much higher than जो अभी current VAP में है. So any plans to?
So we are doing a lot of such value-added products, और हम लोग वही करते हैं कि हमको कस्टमर आके बोलता है कि हमको ये चाहिए, तो हम उसके लिए स्पेशल इक्विपमेंट लगाते हैं, स्पेशल डेवलपमेंट करते हैं, and then we make it. I'll just show you one product which is a very interesting product. This is a solar water heater. So this solar water heater is made out of 3 things. One is there is a copper pipe, जिसके अंदर से पानी जाता है. Then there is a copper foil. ये कॉपर फॉइल हमारे पास बनता है, कॉपर पाइप हमारे पास बनता है, ऑल द वे फ्रॉम स्क्रैप. एंड देन दिस आफ्टर दिस कॉपर पाइप एंड कॉपर फॉइल इज मेड, वी कोट इट विद अ ब्लैक कोटिंग, which is a black chromium coating. It's a technology which ensures that this black coating remains for 20 years. And then this is welded with ultrasonic welding. So all these technologies are very, very different technologies. And when the water flows through it and this is exposed to sun, the temperature of this piece itself goes to 150 degrees.
Okay.
And the water inside goes to 75 degrees.
Okay.
So this is a water heater in short.
So
we make this entire thing.
अभी ये कहाँ पे यूज होता है पार्ट?
ये सोलर वाटर हीटर आपके घर के ऊपर.
अच्छा, उसमें ये पार्ट होता है.
उसमें उसके अंदर ये पार्ट यूज होता है. ऐसे 9 पीसेस लेके उसको ज्वाइन करके वी गिव इट टू पीपल लाइक रैकोल्ड.
Okay.
And other people who make the water heaters. So they collect it from us, they put it in that, and then they do B2C. Okay. हम लोग B2B कस्टमर है, तो हम लोग फाइनल रिटेलिंग में नहीं जाता है, बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट आवर स्पेशलिटी. तो ऐसे हमारे पास बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स और इनोवेशन होते रहते हैं हमारे फैक्ट्री में. माय पर्सनल टारगेट टू माय फैक्ट्री इज दैट एवरी 3 months you have to come up with a new product. And the saying is every 3 months if you don't come with a new product, in 3 years your factory will close down. Okay. There is so much change in the market, so much change in the technology, so much change in the demand, and so much cost pressure that unless you keep doing this, you won't be up to with the market.
Okay. Any plans to make a final product, B2C product?
B2C, we are not looking at it because we feel that that is a totally different mindset. As it is, हमारे पास 2 mindset है. एक तो scrap recycling का mindset is a totally commodity mindset. And B2B market is a totally service driven market.
Right.
So हम already 2 market mindset से कर रहे हैं. B2C is a third mindset. हम लोग B2G भी नहीं कर सकते, हम गवर्नमेंट सेल्स भी नहीं कर सकते, because there are different mindsets for being successful in each area. And I recognize that very well.
Okay.
So हमारा जो B2B business है is run by a totally different team. और जो commodity team है is run by a totally different team.
Okay.
Because the mindset of making a business successful is not just on material and this thing. The mindset has to be different.
Okay. But any long-term plans, 5-year, 10-year down the line, we would be having our own brand name in a B2C market?
As of now, we don't see there. we see there is a lot of scope in both recycling and B2B businesses of copper products.
Okay.
And we feel that that is where we want to concentrate our efforts. So that there is a focus. We do the copper business and uske साथ ancillary अगर कुछ करना पड़े to get the value, we will do it.
Okay.
But not as a focus that this is going to be our area of expertise.
What is your succession planning plan? Because after you, who
So,
would be running the
like I
company?
said, let me first tell you something about the way I do the work. So our work is totally works on delegation.
Okay.
So both our factories have factory directors. The directors have total independent charge of the entire factory. They take care of everything from technical to manpower to machinery, sourcing decisions. Everything is decided at the factory. And we have people who have been working with us from, on an average, 15 years. There have been trainee engineers who have moved all the way to directors. And the other places also, people are there for 10, 15 years. We have long serving people who are in the company, who are motivated to ensure that this company goes to the next level. In terms of succession, my son has just completed his industrial engineering from US and then did an MBA in ISB. And now he's joined the business. Last 3 years he's been working and he's growing the new products division.
What is his role in the company?
Right now, he's looking after new products division as well as everything which is all the new developments in the company.
You will continue to be the chairman and MD of this company?
Yes, at least for the next 5 years.
Okay. Your company has an amazing track record in terms of innovation, from commodity to the value addition, and also no default ever on the interest payments. So what is the success mantra for this business?
So I just want to highlight that, we've been working for 35, 40 years and we've been a listed company for 35 years now. And there is no quarter where we have shown a loss, whether it is 96, 2001, 2008. 2008, the copper prices went from $9,000 to $3,000.
Okay.
You had asked me earlier also what happens when the copper prices comes down. And we've gone through so many cycles, but we have not had a single quarter of loss.
Okay.
And across this period, we have never defaulted on anything, be it to financial institutions or customers or anybody anywhere. So that is something which we hold very, very clearly. I don't know if you'll remember, there was a period in 2006 when everybody went for FCCB. They were convertible foreign bonds.
Right.
There was a big boom that time. And in 2010, 11, 12, everybody defaulted on them because they were unsecured. And people took a lot of discount.
Right.
A lot of cases also happened. But we were very clear that we will pay the bond on time.
Okay.
Even in spite of so many people saying just default, they will give you a discount. But we said, no, we don't want this stigma. And it was big amount those days. So we are very, very conservative. So you said, what is the secret? So one, we are conservative. We are not flying high. We don't build dream castles. So, and we always have a plan A, B, C.
Okay.
So if plan A is obviously what we are planning for, but something happens, we always have a plan B. And even if plan A and plan B doesn't work, we always have a fallback plan C.
Okay.
So that keeps us with our feet to the ground.
Okay. Nice. And you are also a speaker as well. So what would be your message to a person hustling in his 9-to-5 job? कि क्या करे life में to make big money?
So before I say that, I'll just tell you my personal mantra. This is something which, when we were in B school, we were told to do customer satisfaction.
Right. CSAT.
Even Gandhiji said that. Then people said customer satisfaction is not enough. You have to exceed expectation.
Right.
Then there was another business guru who said exceeding expectation also everybody is doing now. You have to delight the customer. So I came up with my own words for this. My word is make your customer lazy.
Okay.
So if you want to be successful in life, make your customer lazy. If you look at anything in life, any product or service is making you lazy. If it is successful, it is making you lazy. You will think of so many things in the, Google and other things are definitely there. So in the services sector, it looks very easy that everything is making you lazy. If you have whatever is successful. But even if you look at in the physical world, suitcases have given way to trolleys.
Right.
Anything which is success, making you lazy is what succeeds in life. So I make this mantra even to the smallest detail. If any decision which I make, if my customer has to work a little more, he's going to leave me. So my team who is doing B2B work is fully clued with the customer's end, and they anticipate their needs before the customer themselves know.
Okay. Can you share an example? How are you making your customer lazy?
So for example, the customer, we understand the customer, we know that after 10 days he will require something. We keep it ready. There is never, and even before the customer orders, we give it to him. Or if the customers want something, we don't make them say, okay, you send somebody and collect it from here. We will give it to them. Even if it is his requirement and I am not getting anything, I will fly a person down to my customer and give it to him.
Okay. Right now, Zepto, Blinkit, everyone is making...
Everything which is successful is making you lazy. So the reverse also works. If you make somebody lazy, you will be successful.
Okay.
That is my mantra.
Okay. And also customers have started paying for it now. Earlier...
Correct. I mean, that's how it happens. No? You get used to it and then they will pay for it. So this is something which I've ingrained in all my teams.
Okay. Let's play a rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Yes, please tell me.
Your most memorable moment in last 40 years while building this company?
So there have been many. I mean, the most recent would be when I inducted my son. And I took him and said, now you have to start, and he's showing results. Before that, I think the biggest turning point was when China closed down and we got into scrap.
If Devendra Surana is not into the copper business, which business you would be in?
Very difficult to say. I like speaking, so maybe I would have been a speaker somewhere. I don't know.
Okay. Copper or gold, which is the best investment for next 10 years?
So gold is going to be a very good investment, no doubt about it. But copper seems to be also there, right there. The only problem with copper is it's very difficult to store it. And there are very few ways in which somebody can invest in copper without incurring the storage cost.
Right. Currently, what is the best way to invest in copper apart from MCX, because what are the contracts?
So the biggest problem for an investor in MCX is that the carry charges are too high.
Correct.
So that's the reason I will never advise an investor to invest in something where the carry charges itself is 1% per month.
Right.
So the best way to invest in something is somebody who makes copper out of the mine. And in India, there is only one, Hindustan Copper. Unfortunately, it is too overpriced. So that is the dilemma for most investors.
Right.
Everybody is thinking the same way. And the only person who's actually getting the copper out of the mine is Hindustan Copper.
In India.
In India.
Hindalco is also...
No, Hindalco is only converting
from
concentrate to finished product. So it still has to buy the copper at the fixed price. And unfortunately, one of the reasons why we are in limelight compared to Hindalco and why Hindalco wants to get into recycling is the TCRC, the refining charges which are given to...
What is TCRC? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, good. So there is something known as treatment charges and refining charges.
Okay.
So typically they used to be about $400 per ton of ore or concentrate. Ore is called as concentrate in copper. But over the last few years, this has come down to zero. So the conversion charges from concentrate to finished product have come down. Now, the next question obviously is why? Because there are a lot of byproducts in this. One is sulfuric acid and other is gold and silver. The main thing is sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid prices are very high in China. So most of the refining is happening in China.
And it controls the biggest share in the refining, right? So despite not having the enough copper, but they are still controlling the value chain.
They are controlling the value chain mainly because sulfuric acid is a byproduct which is used in fertilizers and a lot of other areas, which is very much used in China.
Okay. What would be your message to a fresh college graduate?
See, like I said, make your customer lazy is my...
Or business and all?
Yes. Somebody who wants to come into business, I have another saying.
Okay.
If you want to be successful in business, you have to be a combination of two impossible people. One is a poet and one is a banya.
Okay.
A poet to dream up something which is impossible and a banya to make money out of it.
Okay.
So if you want to be a successful startup, be a combination of those two people, a poet and a banya.
Nice learning. It was pleasure speaking with you. All the best for your future journey, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.